Now, I really don't want to be harsh when I say this, but what do most people do that are stopping drinking alcohol? Well, they do exactly that. All they do is stop drinking alcohol. They change nothing about their life, nothing about themselves. All they've really done is taken alcohol away. Now, I'm not saying that that's necessarily a bad thing. I mean, I did that many times. I just removed alcohol and changed nothing. There's nothing inherently wrong with doing that. I mean, at least you're getting rid of the alcohol. That being said, the approach that worked for me and the approach that I've seen that's worked for so many people in the Sober Clear program is a little bit different. What I see is stopping drinking is really the first step. Once you've removed the alcohol, you've removed a block. You've removed something that was slowing you down and holding you back. You might be at a point in life now where things aren't that bad, right? Maybe, you've got a great career, you've got a house, you've got a nice car, you've got a great family, and you've done all that whilst you've been drinking. But it doesn't matter how successful you are. If you've built the life that you've built whilst you've been drinking, it slowed you down. You could have got to where you are right now a lot faster. And if you remove the alcohol, your growth trajectory will just go up and up and up. So the way I see it is stopping drinking is the first step, and then really committing yourself to making your life better, to making your relationships better, your health better, everything in your life better. That's the next step. That's the most important thing. Now, here's where things get very interesting because, I work with people in the Sober Clear program. I help people stop drinking without AA willpower rehabs. And this is what we do. We focus on the future. But a lot of people ask me, should I tell my family? Should I tell my friends? Should I tell my wife, my husband? Should I tell them what I'm doing? Now, just bear with me because this will make sense. This is going to be a big shift for a lot of people. What I tell them is, well, it's entirely up to you. If you're going to do better with like your partner knowing that you're stopping drinking and that extra bit of support is going to help you, you should totally do it. But I'm going to give you all something a little bit different to try. Don't tell anybody what you're doing. Wait. Not because you're keeping a secret, not because you're going to fail if you start telling people and you're going to start putting pressure on yourself. Do what you've got to do. Get into that state of mind where you're finished with alcohol and then wait. Get busy turning it all around. Get busy turning things around, making things better. And you'll understand why in just a second. But what you want to do is start focusing on your goals, your future, the things that you really want. That means maybe getting back to the gym, focusing on health, getting the good nutrition back in your body, optimizing sleep again, just looking after yourself in that good way. It might mean really putting more energy and more time and more effort into relationships and smiling more and being more loving and being more happy and being a good source of energy for the people around you. It might mean just really focusing on getting stuff done in your work, in your home, really focusing on productivity and just ticking things off. You could be putting more energy into your spirituality and maybe, your connection with God or meditation or things like that. Start putting the energy into these things because then something weird is going to happen. You won't need to tell people what you're doing. You won't need to tell people that you stopped drinking alcohol. They will ask. They're going to look at you and say, what the hell are you doing? What has changed about you? There's something that, I don't know, it's like you're a different person. You're looking different, you're sounding different, your health looks better, you've lost weight, you're happier, you're nicer to be around. What are you doing? Right? That's where things get really interesting. And if you've not told people what you're doing, but all you've done is, got into that state of mind where alcohol is a thing of the past, right? You've used first principles thinking, you've really committed to that non-drinking life and you've gone all in, right? Once you've done that, you start focusing on the things that matter to you and you wait until people notice. Now, I'm not saying it's a bad thing to tell the people around you that you've stopped drinking. I'm not saying you don't necessarily need to do that. I know a lot of people do that, and it doesn't really make a difference to their results. But if you don't tell people and people start noticing, what great feedback, right? Who doesn't want to hear from their friends, the people that matter to them, the people that they love, their colleagues, whatever? Who doesn't want to hear that, what are you doing? There's something different about you. Now, I'm not saying this, that you should be, doing this kind of stuff for other people's approval either. But when that happens, all that's happening is it's just being reaffirmed to you that what you are doing is amazing, that you're on the right path, that you're doing the right kind of things, and you're making the best change that you will ever make. You are doing something that will benefit you for the rest of your life. Because remember, all alcohol is a toxin, it's a drug, it's ethanol, it's pure poison. A neat pint of it will kill you, and putting that in your body every single day is doing nothing for you whatsoever. But getting good food back in, getting back to the gym, spending more time on your relationships, putting more energy into the things that matter to you, that does matter. There is a benefit to that. And when people start noticing and you then just keep putting the work in and just kind of getting on that upward trajectory again, that's when things get awesome. And that's why I always say coaching is a very important thing. And that's why I invest in coaches. I have worked with numerous coaches at this point. At the moment, we're working at the gym with a personal trainer because now that I don't drink anymore, I'm all in. I'm all into making the most out of this. I want to get to that age of, 90 years of age, I want to look back at my life and say, I did it all. I really pushed it to the knife's edge. I went for it. I just did everything that I had. I just did absolutely everything that I could to make my life the best that I could. And if you actually want my personal help stopping drinking and you want to work with me as a coach and you want to go through the Sober Clear program using first principles thinking and then really focusing on the future, then make sure to click the link in the description. You can actually book a roadmap call with me where we can get on the phone for about 30 to 45 minutes and we can plan out your goals and the things that you want to do once you are sober. So if you click the link in the description, you'll be able to book on one of these calls. I can only do a certain amount every single week, so if you are interested, then click the link for one of these roadmap calls. Let's get your drinking under control, let's get you moving forward, and let's get people asking, dude or lady if you're a female, what the hell are you doing? Like, what has changed? That's exciting. Hope you guys have a great day.